Hey guys, welcome back. So, as promised, I figured now would be a great time to do an Easter stream, and I've never done an Easter stream before, didn't even know that was a thing. But, yeah, I asked about it yesterday, everybody seemed like it would be cool, so here we are. Anyway, on that note, I hope everybody is having a blessed Easter. I do know there's some bad weather in the area today, so I definitely hope everybody is safe. And on that note, speaking of Easter, I do have a local church that I'm involved with, and they gave really good sermons on Friday evening for Good Friday and also on Sunday morning for Easter Sunday. So if you all are interested in that, I'd be happy to put a couple of links in the description below, and I'll be sure and, mark which one is which. As a matter of fact, while I'm still setting up, I might be able to squeeze that in real quick. If I can find said links in a relatively quick manner. And point in fact I can. Good thing they let you edit the stream after you've started, because with my track memory and record, nothing would ever get fixed. Alright, so... Alright, yep, they are in there, so save that. And with that, I'll go ahead and do a real quick intro and map overview. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again, and guys, today is Easter Sunday, so definitely want to wish everybody a happy Easter. And on that note, let's go ahead and enjoy a little bit of game time. So folks, I went ahead and pre-pinned some things here. I'll do a real quick map overview. I'm actually standing at one of my points of interest. There's a few chests here. It's one of these fun little bad boy nests that I've come to love and adore. So I figured I'd knock that out real quick. There's also a couple of Korok seeds, bam and bam. Looks like we've got a cave coming up. That'll be super fun. That cave entrance is way up here. And just for better map reference, I'm way over here by Zora, just west of Zora's domain. So yeah, that'll be a cave entrance, Korok seed up top side here. And then we've got a couple of goodies here and here. I do believe there is a luminous talus out here in the open. I'll go ahead and stamp that. There's also one inside a cave here. I actually believe it's the cave I've already got pre-pinned here. So yeah, I may or may not take those out. I don't necessarily need to kill them, but if they get in the way of what we're trying to get done in there, then we'll have to deal with them. So folks, before I get into this, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And with that being said, let's get into this. Alright, let's have some fun with some bad boy nests. Ouch. Somebody had me in mind when they designed the spikes in this game, because I run into them constantly. That was no mistake, that was by design. So I must have angered the Nintendo gods at some point along the way. And they're like, you know what, this guy's gonna run into spikes constantly, let's go ahead and throw up some spikes. Ironically, I'm okay with that. Oh, I wanted to do some sneak striking. So yeah, I've got my... Oh, nuts. Well, past tense, I wanted to do some sneak striking. I don't know if, I can hide here and reset the bad boy nest. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it play out here. Well, they're coming around the mountain when they come, so... I really wanted to show the sneak striking, so, I'm just going to go ahead and reset that real quick. I've been itching to show this weapon ever since I've been in the depths. Hey, Countess, good to see you. Happy Easter indeed. Thank you. And same to you. Yeah, the spikes! It's like I can't help it. They're invisible somehow. Yeah, that really just happened. And not intentionally, I might add. They're invisible, I'm telling you. Okay, we're already off to a better start. I got the first headshot. Okay, so anyway, before I so rudely interrupted with people seeing me. Weapons, guys. I've been wanting to showcase this weapon for some time. It's that 8-fold blade, according to Brad6360, and he keeps reminding me, and this time I'm remembering. So, go me. 16 times the attack damage during a sneak strike. So that's a pristine weapon. It's already pretty beefy. Attack up, already pretty beefy. Then you put that Stalnox horn on there and the bone system. Hot dog. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze in a cheeky headshot here with an eyeball. Ooh, where's my long distance bows? Might have to go get another Gerudo bow at some point. Okay, assuming everybody goes back to sleep. Oh man. He is wide awake. Oh, one good thing about these spikes is you can actually destroy them. If you want to take out a rock hammer and just get them out of your way, you can absolutely do that. At least the smaller ones. I'm not so sure about the bigger ones. In fact, I don't think you can get rid of the bigger ones. That would only work on the smaller ones. Okay, so sneak striking. Make sure nobody else is going to give away my position here. Only bad thing about sneak strike is you really got to be in a good sweet spot. Like if there's any loot laying around, it's going to want to pick stuff up, you know, weapons, shields, etc. So sometimes it's kind of tricky to get in there good so you can actually pull off the sneak strike. But where there's a will, there's a way. Case in point. Booyah. Now I really don't feel like trashing such a powerful weapon on these guys. Any old garbage weapon should do the job. I must have broke my other spear that I was looking for. So yeah, blues are a really low threat. In fact, I used that spear as a rock hammer and it had no problems. Okay, there is a guy up here. I don't know if he'll stay. Oh, so yeah, boss freaking Bobkin, even the silver ones. So much fun. Let me make sure I got the right weapon equipped there, and so I do. 4! Loving it. I've been wanting to show you all that for some time now. Alright, so I think that's a silver hiding in there. I don't think a plain Jane Rockhammer is going to do the job. We might need something with a little bit more oomph. I don't even know if that'll do it, but it has to be like a Rockhammer type of weapon. I don't know if that'll do it. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's the last guy anyway, so... See, here I go. I'm having troubles trying to find that sneak strike spot. Wow, this thing is doing like no damage. Let's go ahead and rectify that. I like how all the flute just flies. Alright, so that's pretty much it for bad guy trouble here. And here are my 3 treasure chests. Whoops. Wrong buttons are happening already. That's a great start to a Sunday evening. So speaking of, you know, Easter, it's actually quite nice. Went out with the kids, got some Easter dinner. I watched those sermons. Those were very impactful. And then my son ended up having to go to work, and my daughter had another lunch date with some other family, so I decided perfect time for Easter stream. And then I went out and had like a second Easter dinner. That's a long throw, by the way, but I'm going to ignore that. Kind of hard to ignore, though, isn't it? So anyway, I got myself a second Easter dinner, and I went out and got like a Chinese dinner because I was like starving after legs day. So yes, I actually went to the gym too. I figured before my trip, you know, I gotta squeeze it in while I can, so. Okay, I don't normally go after all the roasted stuff, so I'm just gonna leave that cage be. Rock salt! Who put that there? He didn't get the memo. There was a sticky note passed around the Nintendo offices saying no rock salt in chests in TotK. This guy didn't get that memo. Alright, so go ahead and free the slave here. Or the captor, whatever you want to call this situation. They might have been having fun with him like he was a zoo animal, you never know. Yeah, actually it was a productive day. It started early. If I'm up before noon, I'm generally unhappy. But I was up early today, and it was okay. It was for a good cause. And I had the energy, and I'm not sick anymore, so yeah, I just kind of went to town on... I'm just doing, like, everything. Alright, I probably don't need the shock fruit, but I'm gonna go after it anyways. So that's pretty much it for this little spot. It's kind of funny, it erased my... Oh no, it took my pins away. Arr! Good thing I remember more or less where I put them all. Because I just did this 38.5 seconds ago. And I'm not 50 yet, so I remembered. And a year from now, it's anybody's guess. Alright, so... this one looks pretty straightforward and easy, unlike the puzzle block I was doing last night before bed. I didn't realize how late I was streaming last night. It's kind of like the same time as tonight. Yeah, Countess, thank you. Hope you had a good one too. I hope you are not in the path of some of these horrific storms, that is for sure. Okay, do I really want to go after that one, or just tell you guys about it because it's so far out of the way? There's no ascend point to get back up here. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. That's another puzzle block configuration. That one looks a little bit more straightforward as well, so yeah, I don't see the need to dip down there and showcase that one. I'll just go ahead and mark it for you. A proper lazy day. I like it. Good stuff. It's funny, when we're young people, we don't typically understand, like, the blessing of the lazy day. And then sometime later, you definitely understand. Every now and again, somebody at work or whatever would ask me, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I'm doing absolutely nothing. I might not even get dressed. In fact, I probably won't. And they usually just smile and say, I get it. Now, if I were to tell a 12-year-old that, they'd be like, what? Unless I was going to put a video game in their hands, and that would be a different story. But that's not really being super lazy. Like, I don't know. I mean, to me, gaming is relaxing. And yeah, I guess it's lazy because you're sitting there, but... I don't know. For me, sometimes, like, a lazy day just means hanging out on the couch, looking out the window with my thoughts. Sometimes I'll wind up at one of the coffee shops that has an outdoor patio and do absolutely nothing but sit there and look at the trees. Yeah, I guess lazy days can take on many forms. Alright, we've got some loose lootables. I think there's only a Korok seed up here. So I'm going all this way for a seed, which I don't need. Indeed. I was trying to think of another rhyming word there, it just wasn't coming quick enough. The need for speed. Alright, good old Mr. Korok. So, I'll go ahead and bonk him on the head. As per the usual. Oops, we missed. That's better. I'm not sure what was beeping there. Stand by. Okay, something... Okay, I got it, yep. I know exactly what's going on now. So yeah, we definitely got to go toward my marker there. For some reason, I could have sworn I saw that light up. When I was facing the other direction there, it threw me off. I'm not sure where this boulder is. Hopefully it's not down below. Oh, there it is. I kinda remember getting this one in BOTW. Kinda. It's so out of the way from Zoras or anything else really, like I didn't typically come over this way to loot. So when I did make the effort to come over here, it was kinda like a new section of map every time. Alright, so there's that one. And I think we got not one but two chests down here. One's floating and one's underwater, if I remember right. Oh yeah, and just like in BOTW here, we've got the attack power fish. In quantity. So not a bad little place to keep in mind here. A little out of the way. But you've got at least a couple of meals worth of attack power fish here that you can cook up. In BOTW, all I had to do was lob a bomb out here into the water and then just pick up the carcasses. TotK, we have to work a little harder for it. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? And I better make sure I don't have a ruby shield equipped, because that will ruin my whole day. Oh, and thank you, by the way, to Nintendo for not breaking these blocks when we accidentally swim under them. That is a nightmare. Good old cry on us. Yeah, where's my chest? Okay, maybe I'm incorrect about there being one underground here. Or underwater, I mean. Zora sword, huh? If I'm gonna carry a Zora weapon, I want it to be pristine. Okay, so I was incorrect about there being two chests. My bad. I don't know why I thought there were two here. Let me consort with my dungeon map, because if I was a betting man, I'd be losing $5 right now. Oh, there are not two chests. There are two Korok seeds. Interesting. I'm not sure I knew about this seed. So thank you to good old ZeldaDungeon.net for saving me on this one. Or maybe once upon a time I found this behind the waterfall and I just remember it being a chest. That could very well be. I'm not 50 yet, but I'm close enough. Memory isn't always right. Yeah, that Cryonis. Why did they have to do us like that? Ugh. I wish there was a DLC. The Invincible Cryonis. You couldn't break them with bombs. You couldn't break them by swimming under them. Alright, so slightly different feel here in TotK. I remember finding, like, hardy radishes in this area. Of course, those are no more. Random Korok seeds, pinwheels, boulders to break, gemstone nodes all over the place. Yeah, all that stuff's just kind of gone. So it's really just the points of interest I marked that we're here for. And there's our next Korok seed. Good old boulder. Boulder should do the job. That didn't take much effort. Alright, so in addition to Mr. Korok seed here, there is a cave entrance, which I talked about. I'm not sure what's hiding down here in the water. I think it's more attack power. I think that's pretty prevalent in this area in general. Yeah, it's attack power. So pretty much all these little bodies of water, they're worth checking out. Interesting. To get luminous stones out of that ordeal. What is beeping up there? I must investigate. Wow, there's like nothing nearby. That thing is probably pinging on some chests that are like way over here. So for now, I'll just go ahead and go cave diving. The Canaries are in the compound. Canaries are in the compound. We can't have that, so I might have to take about a 10-minute break here and go deal with the Canaries. The Canaries are in the compound. See, I'm going to take about a 10-minute break here. I will be right back. And this is not a drill. I wonder what's going to happen to my Switch in 10 minutes. I guess I'll find out when I come back. After I take care of the Canaries. Alright guys, I'm back home and there are no longer canaries in the compound. Alright, so give me just a second to wash my mitts.
You gonna go to bed? Yeah.
Not gonna do.
Can I do?
Love you.
See you tomorrow.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Alright, so I see the switch died. I should have known that was gonna happen. Yeah, it's probably about time I tell you guys what the Canaries on the compound is all about. Oh, look, my Link is alive. I was kind of half wondering if he'd be dead, like if Horriblins would come out and kill me or something while I was gone. I was like, maybe I should have paused it. But I just wouldn't be me unless I, you know, let it ride, so... Hey, Jackie L, wow. Yeah, I've had those moments. It's like, wait a minute, what's going on? Good stuff. Okay, so it's probably time I tell you guys. So this was my son's last day working. He put in his 2 weeks notice 2 weeks ago, so yeah, last day. Anyway, the Canaries in the compound is what he would tell me on my channel, like if he was trying to get a hold of me for a ride home, and I wasn't answering my phone because I'm streaming. So anyway, I said, okay, so in that event, go on my channel, see if I'm streaming it. If I am, say the Canaries are in the compound. And then I will know you need a ride, and I'll make it happen. And there's a background story to that. So I was in the military once upon a time, and we were doing some silly exercise, and we all had radios. And our job was to like keep a compound secure, you know, not letting anyone in or whatever. Well, there were inspectors walking around to make sure we were doing our jobs right, making sure we were doing our patrols, whatever. And anyway, we all made a little handshake deal within the shop there that if we saw one of these inspectors coming into the compound, that somebody would get on the radio and say the Canaries are in the compound. This way everybody knew the inspector's there when he had to do everything right. So anyway, just so happened this one day, this guy named Mac gets on the radio, the Canaries are in the compound. I repeat, the Canaries are in the compound. It gets real quiet. Then all of a sudden another voice comes on the radio and says, the Canary is right here, Mac. And all you heard was, yes, ma'am. Apparently that person had a radio too, and they were listening to our chatter. So, the secret was exposed, and everybody got fired. Not really. But I lost a little bit of my butt that day, let's just say that. So anyway, now you all know what the Canaries in the compound are all about. Happy freaking Easter. Alright guys, I will go ahead and get back into some gameplay here. Yeah, so thank you for being patient with that while I was away. He only works like 4 to 5 minute drive away, depending on that one light. There's one light that I have to wait at. And if I catch it, it's a 4 minute drive. If I miss it, it's a 5 minute drive. Wow, it's 9:30 already. How'd that happen? Alright, looks like I'm good to go on my end. So yeah, let's go ahead and get my image back out of the way and we will get into this. Toodles. Alright, so I think I just walked into a cave, probably had it discovered. And where am I? What am I doing? That's right, the good old Grotto. And I'm probably not going to be on super late tonight. You know, I think I mentioned earlier on in the stream I got up a bit early, so I'm kind of tired, not going to lie. I actually dozed off on the couch right before I jumped on the stream. I was sitting here, the eyelids got heavy, and I was like, well, I can just close them for a second to rest them. And then about 10 minutes later, I woke up in that little mini panic. Excuse me. And I was like, oh yeah, I was going to stream. So yeah, that was interesting cat nap. Hopefully that doesn't, you know, cause me to stay awake all night now. So yeah, guys, just to let y'all know, I will be out of town starting early week. So tomorrow or Tuesday I'll be traveling. I won't be home. I won't be streaming. If I do anything at all next week, it's going to be late night and it's going to be completely unscheduled. So just wanted you guys to be aware of that. I won't be home next weekend either. But again, I might try to get on late night just to, you know, keep the game progressing. And do a couple unscheduleds that way. I'll just keep doing more of the same, you know, mainland, caves, Koroks, just whatever's. Trying to stick to my word on making sure I hit all the caves and all the shrines. You know, for the bubble frogs. I'm going to try to hit all the Hudson Puzzles, although I can't guarantee that I have hit them all. If they're nearby enough, you know, I always go out of my way a little bit to go get them. Wait a minute. Where's my princess? My boulder buster. The OG boulder buster. The first boulder buster. The second boulder buster is Yonobo. Yonobo. Great, Countess. So we can be caffeine buddies tonight. So if you see me up late streaming No Man's Sky later, then you already know what happened. Aw, man, Blood Moon. I made a mental note that I wanted to cook this Blood Moon, but I guess I don't really have to. Yeah, let it ride. Oh, wow.
When the glow of the blood.
Alright, well. Good thing about TotK is the next Blood Moon is never very far away. I do want to do some cooking, though, you know, just trying to think ahead a little bit. When I get to the point I want to go to Ganondorf. Guys, I'm probably going to have at least 3 full rows of Gloom meals. Because the first time I went down there... Oh, come on. The first time I went down there, I was taking Gloom damage, and I completely trashed all my Gloom meals. So yeah, at least 3 rows. I might even go 3.5 to 4 rows, just to make sure I can get through all that and make sure I got plenty of Gloom recovery. Because there's no sunlight down there. There's no happiness. The gloom just adds up and it keeps ticking away at you, so definitely need a good way to counter that. That's the main reason I want the Blood Moon, is so I can cook those gloom meals under Blood Moon and really make each meal count better for the inventory. Okay, I thought there was some more goodies in here. I guess not. Like another little hidey hole that I have to bomb. Oh, maybe that's it. No. Oh, there's our Talus. If I want to deal with that. Let me check the dungeon map. If there's really nothing down here in the way of loot, I might just go ahead and live and let live. Yeah, there's really nothing down here, just some luminous stones. Okay, well that makes that decision real easy. Go ahead and ski-daddle. So yeah, I don't know, guys. No Man's Sky... I'm still into the game. There's still plenty to do and show, you know, in the way of tutorials or whatnot. But only because it's fun and I like it. Not because I necessarily have to. I really want to start that doggone Subnautica game, just because that's so fun. Like, I was sitting here thinking about it, guys. It's so much fun. Like, right from the beginning of the game, I was hooked. Right from the beginning. I didn't even, like, start moving my character yet, and I already knew I was playing in that game. So when I start my Subnautica walkthrough, I'm not going to show you the opening scenes, because it's, like, that good. I want you guys to experience that on your own. So when I actually start that walkthrough, I'll already be, you know, on the ground, and you know, I'll be probably extinguishing that fire. and I'll start my playthrough from there. And I thought about doing that today for Easter, you know, something new, something fresh. But I was like, no, I can't delay TotK anymore. This has been going on too long. So TotK still has to be the priority. I just think that when I get to a point with No Man's Sky where I feel like there's really nothing to show anymore, I might just go ahead and get that Subnautica rolling. And don't worry, I'm not giving up on Skyrim. I'm still having a blast playing that. Still plenty to do in Skyrim. But again, that's more of a late night thing for me. Just kind of leisurely, you know, just kind of push record and let it go because I know the game well enough. Point in fact, Subnautica too. I can just kind of play that game and let it roll. So, yeah, anyway, Subnautica, guys, it's crisp graphics. It's every bit as crisp as No Man's Sky. It's an absolutely gorgeous game. I'm running around in circles right now looking for a Hudson Puzzle. Oh, did I look right at that? I walked right by it. Okay, so that's a little teetering sign, so I need to make sure I hook this one up good. Oh, good, we got spiky things. That always helps. So all we really have to do is brace it from falling forward. Because those things are wide enough apart, it shouldn't want to teeter left or right. It should just want to fall straight flat forward. So yeah, theoretically this should work. And so it did. Yeah, that's good advice, Jackie. Do what makes you happy. So I guess I'll just play that by ear. When it feels right, I'll just go ahead and start that series. But at the same time, I still really just want to get TotK done. God, this playthrough's been going on for 2 years. Almost 2 full years, so... yeah. We need to put this baby to bed. I know I talked about doing, like, the Hebra depths and, like... whatever that is. Volcano depths or whatever. I can't think of the name right now. Goron, jeez. And I also wanted to play around a little bit north of the forest for like the forest dweller stuff because I found those around there and I've always wanted to play with those. But again, you know, thinking about how long this playthrough's been dragging on for, that's at least another 3 weekends. At least. Maybe possibly more. Just in fooling around in the depths. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think the main thing I wanted to do is hit all the shrines, hit all the caves. And if I can get all the Hudson puzzles in, that would be great. If not, you know, no harm, no foul. I would have gotten most of them for sure. And then, yeah, it's just the 5th Sage in Ganondorf, so... you know, if I just stick to the caves, shrines, in Ganondorf, maybe another month to 2 months, I'll be done with TotK. If I want to do all that depth stuff, that's going to double that estimate. So again, I just don't know if I want to drag it out that long. Not only that, I want to be ready for that Switch 2 in June, and this is already March, April. Let's see, so April to May, May to June. That's about another 2 months out. So I think I just answered my own question. I'm going to have to maybe just kind of stick to the priority stuff here and go from there. I got you, Countess. I got you. Alright, so, time for another map overview, I do believe. And it looks like I've already got that marked on an ancient map. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way for that. It's something silly. Like, you have to go all the way up here for the chasm, then go all the way down this long tunnel, and it's like one of those silly sky caps or something or other. I don't know. I'll come back to that. For right now, I want to go ahead and get the next pin set down. Let's go ahead and do some Korok seed hunting here. And there's actually visible Korok seed on the map there. There is another Korok seed and cave going down. Korok Korok seed here, give or take. And yeah, that cave is like... I don't know. It might be like in the cliff wall somewhere, but it could be on that flat spot. I'll have to figure that out when I get down there. But yeah, we got a couple chests too. And one's in a cave and one's on the mainland. So I will mark the mainland cave, and I think that's in a little bit of a bad boy nest here. So I'll hit that. And there's a Hinox or something out here. If it's a Stalnox, I need it. And it is not a Stalnox, okay. And on that note, there's also a shrine. I think right about here. Kind of hard to tell on the map, but... And just beyond that shrine, we will have, I think it's a treasure chest and a Korok seed out here, so yeah, that'll get us going here. Alright. Yeah, it might be one of those things too for Subnautica that maybe I do like in tandem with Skyrim. Like maybe I'll do Skyrim for a week or two, then I'll hit Subnautica up for a week or two. Just different ideas I've been kicking around. I just really like the game. Like I said, even from that opening scene, the humor in it grabbed me. The storyline was super immersive. I mean, I already like glowy stuff and crisp graphics, so the game already had my attention visually. But when I started catching on to the humor, I was like, oh man, they put some work into this. I am loving this. The music, guys, the soundtrack, it's off the hook. Like, part of my allure to Skyrim was the beautiful graphics and the music, the soundtracks. Subnautica is the exact same way. My only real complaint about it was it wasn't a very long game. If you just stick to the game and follow the prompts, it's a pretty quick game. I can probably kill it in a month or two. Like, it can be a very quick game. But then I get kind of geeky with my base building and, exploration and just, scans. And then, yeah, that can really start, pushing the game out to be a longer game. Definitely has an exploration aspect. Was that pristine? No. Okay. Well, I looked at that totally wrong. Okay, so that was definitely a chest worth marking. And again, that Hinox, but I don't really need it, so I'm just going to live and let live on that one again. But if you are interested, it is, according to the dungeon map, it's a blue Hinox. Now, sometimes on these dungeon maps, they all kind of seem to do it, so I'm not going to call anyone in particular out. I think they just kind of, play their game, and whatever they find when they get there, at that point in their game, that's what they tag on the map. So sometimes on the map, it'll say something specific like blue Hinox. But in your game, if you've got silvers popping, that could very well be a silver Hinox. Well, maybe Hinox was a bad example, because we don't have silver Hinox, but that's the idea. Same thing for the chested weapons. Sometimes it'll say like a blue maimed Lionel Smasher, or mighty Lionel Bow. Probably because that's what they found in their own game when they found the chest. But again, if you've got your game progressed further, you might find something better, like a Savage Lionel Bow. Or if you're there super early game, you might only get a crappy, base level Lionel Bow. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to look at this Hinox real quick in the interest of accuracy. If I can find the doggone thing. I'm not seeing it. Should be like right where I'm standing. Okay, well, according to the dungeon map, there's a blue Hinox here. Oh, it says it's inside the cave. Okay, that's why I don't see it. Maybe I should read first. Yeah, it's like being back in high school. My teacher telling me I need to read first. Mrs. Stone, 6th grade. So I guess that wouldn't have been high school. That would have been elementary still. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and jump down here and start knocking out the lower end stuff. Because I forgot about all the updrafts, so it's not going to be too hard to get back up topside. Oh wow, that cave entrance is right there, and it is wide open. I forgot to investigate that Korok seed up there. Nuts. I'll have to check that out again when I go back up topside. Actually... kind of curious to see what that is. Probably a pinwheel. If I were guessing, man. Come on, Link. We can do this. Without eating stam. I bet it's on that scaffolding. I probably looked right at that too. Yep, there he is. Ah, this one's a bit of a puzzle. Funny, I saw these building materials, I'm like, huh, I wonder why those are there. They normally don't put things like this down in a video game unless there's a reason. Nice, good, sturdy platform here. Yay! I win! Alright, there he is. Or she. Could be a chick. Who knows? Actually, I think the Koroks don't have sex. I think they're just unisex or whatever that is. I don't think there are male and female. I read that somewhere. I don't know if that was like a legit, you know... like an official Zelda thing. That was years ago I read that. That was back in the world of, oh god, what game was I playing when I looked that up? That was Wind Waker. When I got into like the Deku Tree Cave or whatever, where all the water and cool stuff was. I was like, huh, I wonder if the Koroks are like male and female. So I like Googled that. And whatever I found said no. They're not assigned sex. I was like, huh, okay. Good to know. But again, I can't remember now if that was like an official thing, or... I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that. I'd love to see that. Here, either in chat or comment. Yeah, you're right, Jackie. They're technically like plant creatures, so... I mean, there are male and female plants, so I guess maybe that's why I looked it up, because I was just curious. Okay, so that was definitely a blue Hinox. Whoops. And he is holding royal weaponry. Durability. I guess I'm just clearing the chest with that thing. But I kind of want to see, like, what he's stocking. Oh, man. And it's long throw. Twice! Just saying. I got 2 long throws out of that ordeal. I woke up the Hinox, and I got 2 long throws. And I got more durability. That's okay. It's okay. It's Easter. It's whatever. That was not the Easter egg I was looking for. Alright, anyway. I really didn't want to deal with this guy. But I might have to because he's awake. I'm not sure what else is in this cave. Well, there's my bubble frog. I've got a giant boss monster behind me and I'm walking around the cave like I don't care. Never mind the scary music. Never mind the Cyclops monster. We're just gonna go for a stroll and loot. In typical level up royal fashion. One thing I really like about all these wet caves, well this isn't actually a dripping cave, but like all these caves in this region have had crabs. Or just about all of them. Hey Sunny family, welcome! Good to see you tonight. Happy Easter! I'm not sure if I said that when you jumped on, Jackie and Countess, but happy Easter to everybody, for sure. Yeah, good call, Countess. There has to be a long throat, or it wouldn't be my stream. I tend to forget that sometimes. Okay, I just picked up a big hearty truffle, so that is always worth stamping. And I haven't forgotten about my truffle slash hearty radish or whatever map video that I'm gonna push here at some point. Alright, so that was my bubble frog outlet. I'm still beeping here, so I don't know if that's in cave or above cave. According to the map, there's like nothing nearby. That's a silver, isn't it? Come on down! Yeah, you can come down too, Poppy. And I'm gonna have a little fun with this one. Where's my sneak striker? Oh no, I don't want to sneak strike these. I can't. Anyway, they're like awake. Royal, yeah, I'll go ahead and do some perfect dodge in here. That'll be fun. Oops. So far, this hasn't been fun. Maybe you can sneak strike this way? No. Alright, this is going on long enough. It's time to end it. I do have that Zora weapon. Oh, it's broken Zora weapon now. Well, if I knew that thing was that close to breakage, I would have just tossed it a long time ago. I took the time to ascend up there and then I didn't pick everything up. Oh well. Okay, so that is the exit. Entrance slash exit. There's two of them for that cave. Alright, so I want to jet back over, I guess via cave, but I'm still trying to figure out what's beeping. That's what's beeping. See, I'm not sure that's on the map. Oh, it is on the map. No fan today. I guess I'll just pull one out. I normally like to use what the game gives you, but no such luck today. And this is me wondering if I've got the fan direction correct. About to find out. Let's attack up. Not bad, not bad. Nuts. Not only did I break my butt, I damaged my weapon for no reason. And that fan is still turned on, that's awesome. I just wanted to take a quick peek around to see if there were fans laying around. And it doesn't look like. Alright. So yeah, I definitely want to go back the way I came-ish. I suppose I should have hit that travel gate on that shrine before dipping into that cave. I guess I was unaware it was going to like pop me out in a different area. I'm trying to look at my map and do things with Link here simultaneously, so bear with me if I'm getting lost or running the wrong way. There's a Koroks seed, a Traveler, but oh my goodness, that thing is like halfway across the area here. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. Where am I going? And there's also like a little... Collect the sand seal. It's a mini game. I'm not big on the mini game, so I probably... Yeah, I'm not feeling it. Alright, just to show you on the map where I wound up there. Okay, I mentioned there was a seed, like a traveling seed. Looks like it's one of the timers. Ooh, 2 attack up in a row. It must be Easter. I'm not a big fan of the Decayed because they just break so doggone fast. Like, if I'm going to put a Stalnox horn on something, I want it to last a little... Oh, excuse me, a little bit. I saw an updraft to the right also. I'm not sure which would have done us better here. I guess I picked right. It's going to be awful close, though. Squeak! Squeakers squeaking. Alright, knocked him out of the park. And he started way over here. Looks like I need to do another pin set. I'm just going to try to stick to kind of like this area because Akela, that's getting into some other territory, so... I'm kind of getting real close to my map limits here. There are some goodies out here on the islands, and again, I'll just go ahead and stamp these because they're a bit out of the way and it's nothing I really need at this point. So there's a Korok seed that starts here. It's one of the travelers. He'll wind up over here. And then we've got a treasure chest under this guy. Whoops. And then we've got one more over this way, and I'm not sure if that's on ground or underground. Let's see what the thing says. Okay, so that's slightly underground. I think there's like a door or something you have to move out of the way there and find that treasure chest hiding right under there. And then way over here is our chasm, of course, and that is right here. And then Korok seed over here. And that seed is... climb one of the trees and you will see the little glistening leaves or glitter or whatever floating around. Alright, so let's get back over to the mainland. Now I've already kind of done all this, you know, that was a long time ago. That was Akela stuff. So that's what I mean, like the boundary, I think where I cut that off was like right around here somewhere. I can't even really exactly remember. I see I've already got a couple seeds there, so yeah, I might have already done this area. Yeah, and I know I pointed this out before. I didn't actually go kill that talus, unless maybe I did and I just forgot. But there is a talus with the chest here. So I will just go ahead and mark that anyway, because we're talking about it. Okay, I did not go beyond that point, though. So yeah, we need to go here. We got a Korok seed. Ooh, there's a Lionel out here. I'm not sure I knew about that. Of course, we're ready to go check that out. And let's see, before I get that far, there's some other goodies back in here. There's a Korok seed down here. We got a chest. Probably on top of this thing. I think there's a bad boy nest there, point in fact. There's another one here. And then, yeah, that mini game, if you're interested in it, according to the map, it's like right above this cave entrance. So right about here's give or takes. I'm not sure what all that entails. Maybe I'll just run by there and see if I'm feeling it or not. Oh, wow, that's not going to help at all, is it? Good thing about these caves is the ascend points. Hey, Jashay, welcome. Good to see ya. Happy Easter to you, too. Thank you. Hope you had a good Easter dinner there. I know you talked about just kind of kicking back after Easter meal. And I kind of had 2 Easter meals today. One was with family. Oops, I woke him up twice. Jeepers. Hey Nintendo, if you're watching and you give Link the ability to throw random objects out at enemies in the next game, I want like tar fruit and feather fruit, so I can literally tart and feather my enemy before I kill him. I know I have way too much time on my hands, this is what I think about, but I still want my tar and feathers. Tar fruit and feather fruit. Or maybe the feathers could come from something besides fruit. Maybe it can be a chicken or something. Maybe you have to pluck a cuckoo. Just please don't make the cuckoo come and kill me in 2 pecks. That's no fun for anyone. Alright, so yeah, that mini-game. According to the map... Yeah, there it is. Ah, it's one of these pick-me-up things. Yeah, pass. These things are around. It's not the only one. And I think I demonstrated one once upon a time way the heck over here. by Dueling Peaks, by this water, by this lake. It was either this lake or this lake. I can't really remember. Maybe it was over here somewhere. Actually, yeah, it was over here somewhere. So yeah, pass. They're all the same. They all work the same. You just gotta glue all this together with Ultra Hand and put them all in there basically in one big pile. That's really the only way to do it quick enough. And just to show you on the map where that actually was. Yeah, Countess, I feel you on that one. I wasn't a big fan in a lot of the mini-games in this game. Like, I get what they were going for, you know, just a little something extra, you know, something fun. But I felt like they were too restrictive or constrictive and too tough to pass, like that minecart thing. I probably ran that minecart like 50 times and I still can't beat it. So anyway, I just thought some of them were just a little bit too tough. And not so much fun anymore at that point. Ah, constructs. I need none of these monster parts, so I'm not even going to bother. Hey, where's the chest? Oh, it's a monster chest. So I actually have to take these guys out if I want the chest. Decisions, decisions. Why not? We're here, they're here. Did I miss? I missed. That's for perfect dodging. I really don't want to use that. Oh, ouch! Where did he come from? Did he wake up already? Or did I miss somebody? Yeah, I missed somebody. I didn't even see him. That just happened. Twice. Ah! Here I go with my constructs again. They're not gonna kill me. I'm the gingerbread man. Ouch. Why is he the tough one? I thought the other one was the tough one. Alright, monster chest complete. Hey, Wanda, welcome. Good to see you. Happy Easter. Hope you're having an awesome evening. And I hope everybody is safe from all the horrific storms we've had today. I don't know about y'all, but my forecast went from, we might have some rain Sunday to, it's definitely going to rain Sunday to, there might be some severe weather, but not in our area, to, oh yeah, we're going to get pounded. I was like, how does that happen? Alright, so there is that. Yeah, yellow, I guess, would be another chest. Oh, it's a proxied. That might be the traveler I was talking about that has to go really far. Oh my goodness, this is like the Tower of Pisa. Ouch. Okay, well this isn't ideal. How many people would have laughed at me if I didn't come out far enough away from the structure and I got stuck like under the overhang? Because I would have laughed at myself twice. And that almost happened. I was not paying attention. Alright. Let's see where Mr. I need to find my friend needs to go. Yeah, sure enough. That's that very far traveler. I'll just deal with it. It's okay. It's for science. Ah, good to hear, Countess. Yeah, lucky for us, we didn't get any of the bad weather here. I don't know if anyone else did. I hope not. Alright, Mr. Korok. Let's do this thing. I need to find my friend. Yeah, Jackie, so I'm from California. Earthquakes. You're right, no warning. You just get woken up at 4:30 in the morning with your TV falling on you. In bed. Great time. Yeah, lately too much rain can be like real. That can be like, I don't know, they say because the atmosphere is holding more, you know, fluid now, it basically just rains harder now, and that's going to become the new normal. That wasn't great news. I totally forgot to mark where he started. Doggone it. He was pretty close to that chest, I think right about there. Yeah, Jackie, you remember well. Yeah, that was the last big one I was in. But I'll never forget it. Yeah, very scary. That one was violent too, man. I couldn't believe how hard the ground was pounding. I was just like in my mind, please stop anytime now. That was terrible. Nothing is more upsetting than when the ground under you is moving that violently. Ah, got you, Wanda. Yeah, hope you stay safe tonight. No bad weather coming your way. Yeah, that Northridge quake, wow. We actually took some damage, too, from that one. Nothing catastrophic, at least we still had a home. Some people actually lost their homes. Alright, so, green marker. Looks like I got an updraft. Handy dandy updraft. I'm not sure what this Korok seed is all about. The map definitely says there's one here. I better read, because, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. Ascend into the ceiling stump. Ceiling stump. I would not have anticipated that. Normally there aren't ceiling stumps under sky chunks. But maybe in this case there are. No? Oh, it just now started raining. Perfect timing. Oh, I am not seeing this one, wherever it may be hiding. Maybe it's not all the way down there. Maybe I missed the ball on, like, its location. I better look at that map again. Stand by. I'll get it figured out. I always do. Might just take a minute. Okay, I definitely had the wrong spot there. It's more like... under here. Yep, there we go. Wow, that's a good hidden one there. I didn't even notice that ledge until just now. Definitely a nice little hiding spot. I'm not sure I ever would have found that one on my own had it not been for the map. Yeah, I know Ventura well, Jackie. In fact, I used to take road trips out there just to get, like, fresh produce. I loved driving that route. All the farmers would come out, you know, with their baskets and just sell stuff right off the farm. Loved it. I can't remember that highway number now. Oh yeah, I was gonna eat something because, you know, I'm close to death and I don't want to do anything like eat spinach tonight. Oh, that must have been a Hudson meal. Get rid of that. That's a Hudson meal for sure. Get rid of that. What else can I get rid of? I don't need so many of those. Get rid of one of those too while I'm at it. Yep, good to go. Okay, I mentioned there was a Lionel here. I definitely want to tackle him. Yeah, I did not know about that Lionel. That is awesome. And it's a white meme, so I'm not going to kill it. But it is good to know that's there because you need some, you know, white maimed Lionel parts for different upgrades. Barbarian armor comes to mind. So yeah, there is another white maimed Lionel that comes to mind. He is in the rainforest. I think either up here on this ledge or down here on this ledge. I think he's down here on this ledge. Alright, so yeah, we will bypass him. Hopefully we can bypass him without being seen. I know Lionels can see you from quite a distance. Should I intervene? Nah. Ouch. Oh, and there's that Talus. Battle Talus. Trees are in the way now. Is he still chasing? Wow. Thump! See ya! Rincon. Rincon. Why does that name sound familiar? Rincon. Is that by the beach? Last time I drove through there, I was a teenager, so I'm not sure I remember that. That's right. Okay. So it's probably safe to say this now, but I used to cut school and drive out there just to go to the beach. It was so pretty out there, and you could actually see whales at certain times of the year. So yeah, it was just super awesome. Yeah, definitely that was one of our go-to places when we cut class. All right, guys, I'm not sure how much deeper I want to get into this. I'm going to take a quick look at the map. and see what's brewing over here. And there are a couple more Korok seeds, by the way. Again, I just kind of felt like they were a bit out of the way, but there's one up here. And he is going to be a puzzle block, but it looks pretty straightforward, so I'll just go ahead and let that one ride. And then, yeah, these are always straightforward here with, picking up the rock and making the little picture complete. And yeah, those other ones, that's pushing Zora's domain territory, so I'm not going to go back up there for that. There's another chest, however, out here in the water. I do kind of want to investigate. And there's another one behind the waterfall over here, so that'll be ground level-ish. Got another one out here in the water. Wow, tons of water chests. And you can see it on the map. There's a little circle of rocks here for another Korok seed if you're interested. Feel free. And there was a shrine down here, which I got a long time ago. I did that one with the Terrytown video. And there was also a chest out here. See, I might have already scooped some of these up. I honestly can't remember. So we'll investigate, and then I think I'll go ahead and wrap up this little section, because, yeah, we're getting into other parts of the map now. I'm starting to get, Akela. Yeah, we're no longer really in Lanayru, so I'll just hit these last couple of hot spots here and go from there. Hey, Keely, what is up? Good to see ya. Happy Easter. Yeah. It has been too long. Way too long. Actually, funny thing, you talk about those rocks and camping. One of my, bucket list items was to go camping there overnight. And we just never made it happen. I just always wanted to, light the bonfire, roast the marshmallows, have the tents. Just hang out on the beach all night. Didn't quite happen, though. It's still on my bucket list. And one of these days I'll make that happen, but it's hard to find a beach now where you can sleep on the beach. They have so many laws against that nowadays. You have to find, a state park beach or something in order to be able to do that. So, I don't know. It's one of those... I just need to find the place now. Okay, so that is definitely a floater. Let's see how good my Nolan Ryan arm is, shall we? That should do the job. Long throw. Who put that there? Alright, so I need to weasel my way into that area. That's going to be not so easy. And honestly, I'm not sure this is going to be down at ground level. I know it's behind the waterfall, but I don't remember how high up I had to go. Yeah, I think this one's all the way at the top, so I'm not going to deal with it. You guys can kind of see the platform jetting out up there. So you almost have to enter the waterfall from the top and then just, go behind the water there. Or you can just climb up behind the waterfall all the way. I hit it that way too, but it's so far away and I don't know. If I'm that on the fence about it, I'm just going to go for it, I suppose. But if it's another long throw, I'm not going to be a happy camper, just saying. Wow, that one was being a pest. And actually, since I went all the way up here... There is another chest up here. This one's linked to a bad boy nest there, yeah, pass. But it is up there if you so desire. It's a Lizzle weapon of some sort. Nothing I really need right now. Oopsie, I guess I gotta take the shirt off, huh? That does not look right. Link shirtless with his Ganon suit on. Does not look right at all. I think there was a chest here in BOTW too, as a matter of fact. I knew it was going to be a long throw. I predicted that. I said it was going to be a long throw. And I also said I would not be happy. And this is me. Not being happy. I need to stop saying things like that because they always come right. They always come true. So maybe I'm going to start saying, oh, this one's going to be attack power up. Let's do this. Looking forward to it. Really? Really? The Octorok that will not die. Alright, Nolan Ryan, let's try this again. Good enough. Man, you gotta be quick with these ice blocks. They melt fast. I guess we'll call this Link Shirtless Ganon. Totally forgot to stamp that one. And before I forget, I'll go ahead and stamp that one. Alright, make sure I'm not missing any Korok seeds or anything around here. I don't think I am. Yeah, there's really nothing else here. Just the chests. Let's do this. I may have already dipped down and picked that chest up too, by the way. And I'm not beeping anymore, so I probably already got it. That might have been during my my Terrytown excursion. Ah, I did not get it. Where are you at? Right there. Oh, that stamp was awful close. Oops. Whoopsie. Butter boots. Twice. It's because he's not wearing a shirt. That's what it is. Alright guys, I am dying to see what's in this chest. I had to work for that one. Well, it's better than long throw. So we're going to end on a high note. We're going to end with shirtless Ganon Link. And I will call that a day. It was actually, yeah, just shy of 2 hours, so not bad, not bad. And since long throw is gone, I'm happy again. Yeah, I jinxed myself. Y'all called it. Good stuff. Yeah, good point, Sonny. It's almost the original band, huh? Yeah, missing Dee Dee and Brad. Good call. And Fiji Paws. I haven't seen Fiji Paws today. Oh wait, no, Fiji's in a bad time zone for this. That's right. You're not kidding, Keely. You can't help it, especially if it glows. I've sold, like, max inventory on light bloom seeds now twice in this playthrough, and I still pick them up. I don't think therapy will help. Just saying. Yeah, it's the shiny syndrome, Countess. It's the shiny syndrome. There is no cure. There is no escape. Yeah, true that, true that. Yeah, Even Longthrow can be returned. Don't need a receipt. Or they can just be thrown really far. Yeah, so speaking of Christmas, oh my god, it's April already. And I already know if I don't start Christmas shopping now, it's going to not happen. It's going to be a last-minute rush, and I just won't do it. So after my birthday is when I usually start thinking about Christmas shopping. So anyway, guys, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and call this one good. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. It was a lot of fun. Definitely hope everybody has an awesome rest of your evening and had a good Easter weekend. So, folks, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Shirtless as Ganon. Because we can, now apparently. Christmas and earthquakes, I hope not. I hope not. Alright guys, yeah, I'm tired. That little 10-minute nap I took right before the stream just didn't quite do it, so... thanks again, guys. Definitely had fun tonight. Hope you all did too. Peace out, y'all.